Hello guys, it is Becca and we are here for our Saturday Rocking with Becca. Yes, we are. And I have my sweet babies here with me. The babies of the day is my sweet little Bethany Kara. Her sleeping. I love her little outfit she has on. It is so cute. It's a long-legged romper, white background, and purple flowers all over it. And I put a purple flowered headband in her hair. And she's just so sweet. It's just so sweet. Mama's going to sit here and rock her today while we have been rocking with Becca. But we also have, let me move my cup, my sweet little Nadia Camille. Let's see if I can get her close. Mama's sweet little Nadia Camille. She has on a pink onesie with darker pink flowers all over it. And I put a pink headband on her hair. And hers all ready for rocking with Becca. Mama's babies. Yeah, it's your mama's babies. Yes, it is. Oh, I love these girls. I love these girls so much. And there's Macy. But hopefully we're going to keep her down long enough to get a little part of this video going anyway. Well, happy July, guys. Today is the 1st of July. Oh my good. I didn't do it, did I? I didn't manage to get very far without Macy getting up here. Someone mentioned in a comment to get her a chair that she could sit beside me. It wouldn't work, although I'd love to try it. I'd love to get like a little beanbag chair or something. And I may check into that. It may take me a little while to get it because I'm having to be careful money-wise right now. So, it may be a while before I can get one. But I really would love to get sort of like a little beanbag chair or, you know, one of them little soft cloth chairs. I don't know what you call them, but like little kids' chairs. And put it beside me and see if that would help her to not get up here. But she does not like rocking. You okay? Lay down. You okay? You okay? Stay there. Stay right there. You okay? She wants to get up in my lap like she does when we're in the recliner in the living room. It's actually a love seat recliner. It has two, it's two chairs connected together and they both recline separately. And so she has plenty of room to get up, beside me or in my lap whenever we're in the recliner. But these chairs, the two rocking chairs, I have one in my bedroom and one here in the nursery. And they came out of a little travel trailer, so they're really small. They're just swivel rockers, but they're my size as far as, I'm short. I'm only 4'11", and I can actually touch the floor when I'm sitting in this chair because it's small. It's my size. Now, I'm not too small around, but I'm small in height. But anyway, if I was smaller, she'd have more room to sit with me. But these are just small chairs, and there's not much room. And she wants to get up here with me so bad. But she's having to hang over the side, kind of like on the arm of the chair. And then when I rock, she don't really feel secure. I wished I could find some kind of solution here for her, but maybe in a couple of months I'll be able to get sort of like a beanbag chair or something to put in here. And I can put it beside the rocker and see if that will work. Right now I can't do that. But anyway, we are here for Rocking with Becca on this beautiful July the 1st, 2023. Well, it's beautiful where I live. The sun is shining, and when you look out the window, it's just so pretty out there. Of course, I don't want to go outside because it's mighty hot. We are under a heat of advisory. I couldn't get it in my thoughts, guys. I couldn't get it out my mouth. I knew what I was wanting to say, but I couldn't get it out my mouth. Okay, for my new subscribers, just a quick update on my health situation. I have fibromyalgia, arthritis, high blood pressure, high sugar, anxiety. Trying to think all the different things. Well, that's enough, I guess. But but anyway, if you know anything about fibromyalgia, it's a nerve condition. Nerves in your body, not necessarily nerves. I'm nervous, although it does work on that too. But it's like, where arthritis affects your bones, fibro affects your nerves, and when your nerves are affected, it affects every part of your body, because that's what runs your body. All your nerves connects to your brain, and it connects to your feelings and everything. So I have what they call, occasionally I'll get what they call fibro fog, which is simply where you just can't think to bring out the words you want to say. You just can't, it's kind of like you're just in a daze, and it's fibro fog. It's from fibro working on your nerves, that at that point in time is working on those particular nerves at that point in time that causes all your thinking and all of that. So if I forget what I'm saying, or I can't seem to pull up the word that I'm wanting for, because it's in there, but to get my brain to work to get it out is sometimes I can't do it. So that's just a quick update on me. So, boy, it's been a week. We'll get into that later. But that was, I've shared the babies of the day, which is Bethany and Nadia. I want to give a shout out today to Dee's Precious Nursery. Y'all need to run on over to her channel after you've watched this video and check her out. She's actually the administrator of one of the Facebook groups that I'm in. Something I can't remember all the names. The way it's worded: Paradise Galleries, Ashton Drake may be first. I can't remember. But it names off. The name of the channel is actually naming off certain types of dolls and reborns and more. I can't remember just how it's worded. If y'all would like, if you're not in that group and you would like to join that group on Facebook, let me know, and I will give you the link to it. But she's the administrator of that group, and she has a YouTube channel, and she's fairly new. She's not real new, but she's fairly new. She has 710 subscribers. She has some beautiful babies, and she went to the North Carolina. I think it's North Carolina. It might be South Carolina. Maybe it's South Carolina. Anyway, she went to the doll show recently, last week. And so she has up some videos about, the doll show. And she has beautiful babies. And she purchased a baby, if I'm not mistaken, while she was at the doll show. So, yeah, y'all run on over and check her out when you get through with this video. And if you hadn't already, subscribe to her and give her some YouTube love. Now, I want to give you an update on on my shout out that I did last week. I asked y'all all to go and check out this subscriber. I mean, well, she is my subscriber to me, and I subscribe to her. But this YouTube channel, this wonderful lady that I shouted out last week, and I asked you all, if you wasn't already subscribed to her, to go check her out and maybe subscribe to her. And as of last week, when I did Rockin' with Becca, she had 101 subscribers. She's real new. Real new at doing videos. And so I know I was going overboard with the amount, but I was hoping to get her some good, some more subscribers. I asked, that maybe you could go over there and check her out, and that maybe we could get her to 200 subscribers by today. I know that was asking a lot, but she did get some subscribers from my shout out, I'm pretty sure. I checked her channel this morning before I started Rocking with Becca, and she did gain 10 subscribers this week. So that was awesome. That was really awesome. Thank you everyone that went over. She has 111 as of this morning when I checked it. So she gained 10 subscribers this week, and I hope, I hope that it was from, that I helped her out, and that, I hope it was a help to her, that I was a help to her by giving her, a shout out. I feel like I was. And still, if you still haven't went over and checked her out, or you didn't manage to watch last week's Rockin' with Becca and you didn't hear about that shout out, go over to Sandra. That's her channel name, Sandra. She's thinking about maybe changing it now that she's doing more videos. But at this point in time, her name is Sandra. But I will have Dee's Precious Nursery, which is today's shout out, and Sandra's link to their channels will be in the description below. So, so you can go check out both ladies. And I'm really thankful for the subscribers that she did get this week, because I know I pressed it, saying to get her to 200, that would have been 99 subscribers this week, and I know that was really unrealistic, but it was fun trying. And to see that she got 10 this week was awesome. That's an awesome amount in a week. So if you haven't checked Sandra out, go over and check her out, and don't forget to check out Dee's Precious Nursery, and go watch her videos that she's got up from the doll show. These two ladies, both of them are wonderful ladies, and I think you'll really enjoy their channels. Give them some encouragement. So I'm gonna go ahead and start my little talk. I don't know really if you could call it a topic or just an update on my life, maybe. If it doesn't take me too long to tell you that, then I will go into a story. I'm going to tell you true story, true happening about something in my life. But I want to first tell you, I guess, sort of like a therapy for me to kind of vent my feelings, I guess. Um, I unloaded on a sweet YouTube sister last night, and sweet Karina over at Noah's Ark Nursery. I kind of unloaded on her, and I am feeling much better today. But I thought I would just give you a little overview of how my week has went, and then if we have time, I will go into the story that I want to tell you. But I'm trying to think of life stories, things that really happened to me in my life, to tell you about, especially if they're funny or if I think they're really interesting or whatever. I'm trying to think. And guys, with my mind, I really can't come up with a whole lot. I didn't really do a whole lot in my life. I was just a stay-at-home mom, took care of the kids, and there wasn't a whole lot of happenings to me, just every day. So I have very few interesting stories that I can tell or that I can remember, to tell. So anyway, to get to my week, it kind of all started, well, it started with Monday. I will start with Monday. I was feeling pretty good, I guess Sunday, I was feeling pretty good Sunday. And, as y'all know, I mean, if you've watched me very long, you know that I can't do very much in the form of house cleaning because I have back problems, fibromyalgia, and just different things keeps me from being able to do like I did 3 or 4 years ago. But I'm going to tell y'all, I hate a dirty house. I hate it with a passion. I cannot stand a dirty house. And when I was able, I used to once a week give my house a good cleaning, as well as keep it picked up and straightened up through the week. But once a week, I would sweep, mop, vacuum, dust, clean mirrors, clean bathrooms, wipe down all the appliances in the kitchen. I gave my house a once over, once a week. I mean, I would just really give it a good cleaning once a week. And then throughout the week, if, I'd like sweep the kitchen or vacuum a carpet that needed vacuuming, or, I'd keep it up through the week. But one day a week, I gave it that big weekly cleaning. But the past couple of years, I haven't been able to do that. Some days it's all I can do to get the washing done. Some days it's all I can do to get up and get myself dressed. Some days I might be able to spot sweep, just maybe one room that really needs the sweeping, sweep it. Mopping is almost an impossibility because of my back. It's just, I've kind of got to where I can't do much of anything. But I was feeling pretty good Sunday, and I thought to myself, okay, I just straighten up the house and make up the bed. That's all I'm able to do. Maybe spot sweep here or there. And so the cleaning is not getting done. So what I'm going to start doing, I'm thinking all of this Sunday. So I'm thinking, so what I'm going to start doing is I'm going to do what I can when I can. I'm going to take one room and do what I can do in it for a day and work on that room and try to get that room complete and then go to another room. Well, I kind of didn't stick quite to that. But I woke up Monday and I was feeling good enough. I felt like, I can handle this. So I have a little vacuum sweeper that is easier on me than actually taking a broom and sweeping it. So I vacuumed my kitchen, and I had to, I didn't just go in there and grab the broom and vacuum, or grab the vacuum cleaner and vacuum the kitchen and grab the mop and bucket and mop the floor. I didn't do all that at one time because I couldn't. But I managed to get the whole kitchen vacuumed. It's not a very big kitchen. I got it vacuumed. And then I had to rest because my back was killing me. So then when I, rested a little bit, my back eased up. I went and fixed up my mop bucket. And I mopped. I think I had to mop it in 3 different sections. I mopped under the table and right in front of the refrigerator. Then I had to stop because my back was killing me. So I rested until my back eased up. Then I mopped in front of the stove and the sink and that area. Got all that done. Well, I couldn't go no further. So I rested till my back eased up. From there, I mopped the rest of in front of the rest of the cabinet and around to the door of the living room, which is right back to where the table was. So I finally got the whole kitchen mopped. It took me in 3 sections of trying it, to get it mopped. But I said, hey, it's more getting done doing it this way than if I didn't do it at all. So I'm doing what I can do. But that's all I could do Monday. I couldn't do nothing else. So Tuesday I got up and I did the bathroom. And it took me all day. I have a really small bathroom and I only have 1 bathroom. I hate that, but I only have 1 bathroom. And it's small. And it took me all day to do it because I had to do it in sections. But I swept the bathroom, I mopped the bathroom, and then I cleaned everything, the toilet, the sink, the shower, cleaned the mirrors, but I did it in sections. I couldn't just stay with it and get it done all at one time. And it took me all day to get it done, but I got it done, and I was feeling very accomplished, feeling very good about myself. But I started feeling the effects of working, doing things that I hadn't done in a long time. Because hubby had been sweeping and mopping for me. I tried to keep everything else up, but he had been doing the sweeping and mopping for me. And it had been a while since I had done, especially mopping. I might have done some spot sweeping, but especially the mopping, it had been a while since I've done that. So I got up Wednesday morning, and it took me a little bit longer to get myself up and going where I could do it. But I managed to, it took me all day, but I managed to vacuum the wash/craft room. And then I managed to get it mopped in sections. I had to do it in sections. And it's small. I'm thinking probably as small as the kitchen. But I had to do it in sections, but I got it done. Didn't get the dusting done in there. I didn't get the appliances wiped down in the kitchen, so I don't consider those 2 rooms complete until I can get all the appliances wiped down good and get the dusting in the craft room done. Until that's done, I feel like those rooms are not complete. So, but then I got up Thursday morning. I haven't been able to do any of that kind of work since Wednesday. But I feel very accomplished because, see, if I hadn't have done that, it wouldn't have been done. That much wouldn't have been done. And I did get it that much done, so I'm feeling, pretty accomplished. And two, with hubby home, he's at home Thursday through Sunday. So with him home, it's a little hard for me to, do like I would do if he wasn't here. But with the help of the Lord, if I'm able, I'm going to get up Monday morning and I'm going to start again and try to get another room. I want to do the living room. It's huge. I mean, not compared to some people's living rooms, it's not, but it's the biggest living room I've ever had. And there's no carpet. It's all floor. So, it's that hop-in flooring. Floating floor or whatever it's called. I can't remember what it's called. But I'll have to vacuum the whole floor, the whole living room, and then have to mop the whole entire thing. So I'm hoping I'm able to at least get that done Monday. Then hubby will be home Tuesday for the 4th, and then maybe I can, if I'm able, do another room, maybe the nursery, sweep and mop it Wednesday. But see, even though it's taken me this long to get it done, and really by the time I get it all done, it's overdue for the first room I started on, the kitchen, you know what I mean? But anyway, at least it's, it's more getting done than what would have if I hadn't got in there and done it. So I'm feeling very good about myself. I do think I mentioned this in maybe Monday night's video. I told you what I was doing. I'm not for sure. I didn't go back and rewatch it to refresh my mind whether I did or not. Macy, lay still. The rocking ain't gonna hurt you, baby. Mama's not getting up. I think she thinks if I'm rocking, I'm fixing to get up, because my chair in the living room, my recliner, is not a rocking chair. So if I move in there, I am getting up. And I think that's what she thinks. When I start to rock, she thinks I'm fixing to get up. But I like to rock. But anyway, that's not all of what I've went through this week. Monday morning, well, let me go back a little bit. For about 3 weeks, maybe even a month. So we have 2 vehicles. My husband has an old truck. It's just an old Ford pickup truck. And then my Jeep, which is old. It's an '05. So it's what? It's 18 years old. Yeah. So anyway, 13, well no, this is 23. Help me, guys. Let's see. I ain't going to take the time. I can't think right now to do the math. But anyway, it's an '05. But it has been a good Jeep. I mean, we've hardly had to do any maintenance work on it. Now, my husband always keeps up the preventative maintenance on it, like changing the oil and checking all the fluids and, keeping check on the brakes and all. He's always kept up the preventative maintenance on it. And we've had to put very little major maintenance on our Jeep. I love it. It's a Jeep Liberty, and they don't even make them anymore. As far as I know. I think they do have Liberties, but they've made totally different than what mine is. But I love it because it's my size, guys. It's a little bitty SUV, Jeep Liberty. And to be honest with you, it's the only car that I have not gotten tired of. Usually by the time we would need to get a new car, or we've never bought a brand new one, but a different car, I was always ready to get out of it and get something new. My Jeep, to be honest, the reason we've kept it as long as we have is because I love it. Love it. But it's gave us very little trouble. But for about the past 3 weeks to maybe even a month, hubby's truck has been tore up. And the transmission went out in it. And his truck is an old truck. Like I said, it's a stick shift standard. And so the transmission went out in it. So he's been having to drive my Jeep to work. And he comes in every afternoon, and then on the days he's off, he works on it when he can. But he's not no young rooster anymore. I can't say chick. He's not no young guy anymore. Even though in his mind he feels like he is. But he can't do the things he used to could do and the capacity that he used to could do it. So, and the heat, guys, each year, each summer, the heat is worse and worse and worse. And it is so hard on him, and him, in his 60s, to get out there under that truck, pull out a transmission, repair it, and get it put back in. So, and with the heat makes it extra hard on him. But he's been working on his truck for the past 3 weeks, trying to get it up and going again, and been driving my Jeep to work. And so Monday morning, he went to work. As far as I knew, it was a regular day. He comes home Monday evening, Monday afternoon, whatever you want to call it, from work. Of course, I didn't look out the window and see it, but he came home in the company truck. So like I said, I didn't look out the window, so I didn't notice that he wasn't in the Jeep. And so he finally told me. He said, on the way to work this morning, the transmission went out in the Jeep. Now, mind you, he's working on the transmission in his truck at this point in time. He said the transmission went out on the Jeep. He said, and when it went out, I'm telling you, it went out. He said there was clanking and grinding and carrying on in there. And he said, I didn't think I was going to make it to the job. He said, but I pampered it along and prepped it along till I finally made it to work. He said, so I came home in the company truck. I said, why in the world are you just now telling me? Why didn't you tell me this morning about the Jeep being tore up? He said, I didn't want to mess up your day. He said, I was having a hard enough day myself dealing with it, knowing that the truck is still broke down, and now we have no way of going. He said, I was having a hard enough time. I didn't want to ruin your day. So I just decided to wait until I got home to tell you. So he borrowed the company truck to come home Monday and Tuesday afternoon, but he only works Monday through Wednesday, but the job is still going Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, so they needed the company truck. So he had to get someone to pick him up from work Wednesday when he got off from work and bring him home, so he could leave the truck there because they was going to need it for the job. So here we are without a way of going Wednesday night at all, because his truck still is not fixed. He worked hard and heavy on it Monday night, Tuesday night, Wednesday night, but we had no vehicle to, if something would have happened that we would have had to go somewhere, we'd had to call my son or somebody, because we had no way of going. But he did manage. He got up Thursday morning and he did manage to completely get the transmission and everything put back into his truck. So now his truck is running, but the Jeep is still at the job. He said he was just going to wait. He wasn't going to make a trip, especially he works 30 minutes away from us. He said he wasn't going to make that just a special trip to go get the Jeep. He would hook his trailer to his truck Monday morning, go to work, and when he come home Monday afternoon, he would pull the Jeep up onto the trailer and bring it home Monday afternoon. So now he's got to go all the way back through pulling out a transmission out of the Jeep and repairing it and putting it back. If he can repair it. The way he talked, there was also awful grinding and clanking and carrying on. I hope he's able to just repair it and not have to buy a new transmission, because I just don't know that we could afford it right now. I just don't know. So that's been my week. When I found out Monday night about my Jeep, it was so overwhelming. But I tried to push it aside and just, realize, hey, I don't go anywhere anyway. He finally, Thursday morning, he did get his truck fixed. It's not like, that I need a vehicle. I don't. It's just, it's just been a week, guys. It's just been a week. I'm not complaining about the Jeep because, like I said, we have put very little major, we've had very little major repair to it. Out of all these years we've had it. And we didn't get it new. We got it, it's an 05, but we got it in 06. It was a display model on a car lot. So the only driving it got was, people driving it. Or either, the company members maybe having to go pick up something or whatever. It was a display model. So it had very few miles on it when we got it. And it has been an excellent vehicle. I'm not complaining about it. It has gave us very good service. But it seems like when something tears up, it's going to happen at the worst part of, at the worst times. Because right now we're struggling financially. We've just had to put out a lot on my husband's truck, buying parts and things for him to repair that. Now we've got to put out again on repairing the Jeep, if he can even get it repaired. It has been a week. It has been a week. Yesterday was just so overwhelming that and the bad part about it is when I got up yesterday morning, I forgot to take my morning medicine. I take certain medicines in the morning, certain medicines at night, or supper time, meal time, your last meal of the day, and then I take some bedtime medicine. Well, my morning medicine is my sugar medicine, which I take a sugar pill at night also. I take it, it's 2 different pills, but I take it, one in the morning and one at night for my sugar, for diabetes. It was my blood pressure medicine. It was my anxiety medicine. It was, what else do I take in the morning? My vitamins. All of that I forgot. I didn't take it. And yesterday, I was to the place I could barely lift my arms. I just was no energy, no no strength. I mean, I felt like, and I felt depressed, all alone. I just felt really bad yesterday. Just everything that had happened, all the work I had done that I wasn't used to doing, and then the stress of another tore up vehicle. It was just, I could hardly go yesterday. It was terrible. So I unloaded on poor Karina last night. Thank you, sweet lady, for being a sounding board for me and letting me unload on you. I really appreciate it. And if y'all don't know Karina at Noah's Ark Nursery, go check her out. She is so sweet. But yeah, that's been my week. That has been my week. Let's see what the time is. It's 40 minutes already. You know what, guys? I'm gonna leave the little story that I was gonna tell you. I don't know. Maybe it won't take too long. I want to tell you this story. It's kind of funny, but at the time it happened, it wasn't funny. Okay? All right. Years ago, hubby and I, we actually moved to Louisiana when our first child was, I think he was 18 months old. And then I had my second child while we were living in Louisiana. But we rented a house before we bought our trailer. We actually only bought our trailer about a year before we moved back to home, Mississippi. We really only had our trailer about a year before we moved back to Mississippi. But for 6.5 years, we stayed over there for 7.5 years. But for 6.5 years, we rented this a little shotgun house. If you don't know what a shotgun house is, I didn't until I moved into that one. But there's no halls or anything in it. At the front of it's just a straight house, and it's only as wide as a room is. And you walk into the room, to the front of the house. From outside, you walk into the living room. From that room, you walk into, there was a bedroom there between the living room and kitchen. So you had to walk through each room to get to the other rooms. There was no halls. So you walk out of that bedroom into the kitchen. You walk out of the kitchen into the bathroom. And then there was just like a little, what I called a little cubby section there out of the bathroom. The bathroom wasn't as wide as the house. It was only about maybe 3/4 as wide as the house. And instead of walking straight back, you turn to the left, and the rest of the width of the house was like a little area there that had the back door going outside. That's where we kept our freezer. Then you walked from that little area into the very back bedroom. And that was the shotgun house. So every night, I always like to check my doors before I go to bed and recheck them. I've always done that. And I've always been the one done that. Is whenever we said it was time to go to bed, we was ready to go to bed, hubby, and I think it's like this with most man and woman marriages, most households, when you say, okay, I think we're ready to go to bed, the man gets up and goes and gets in the bed. The woman, she goes through the house, makes sure all the lights is turned out. Maybe there might be a few dishes in the sink, that she'll wash up. She'll go check the doors. make sure the kids is in the bed and settled. And, when you say it's time to go to bed for a woman, at 30 minutes later, she might have things where she can lay down. So, my nightly routine, this night that I'm fixing to tell you about, I was just going about my regular routine. We was ready to go to bed, so hubby, he goes and gets in the bed. So mama goes, puts the kids to bed and tucks them in and kisses them good night, and turns out lights and made sure things was put away in the kitchen that you didn't want to leave out. And so and checked the doors. Well, our bedroom was the one at the front of the house where you walked out of the living room into the bedroom. Then the kids' bedroom was that very back bedroom. And so by that time, I think by the time this happened, I think my second son had already been born. I'm pretty sure he was already born. And the two boys was in the back bedroom. So, I'm going through my nightly routine of checking everything and making sure it's ready that I can comfortably lay down and go to sleep, And I always, started from the boys' bedroom, come through the house, turning out lights. Of course, the living room light, when we decided it was time to go to bed, we went ahead and turned out those lights and everything, and I went and put the kids to bed. So then once I got them in the bed, again, like I said, I always checked and rechecked my doors. So after everything was done and I felt like, okay, I can go lay down, I would go to the living room and make sure the front door was locked, recheck it again. Probably had been checked no matter, 2 or 3 times already, but I would go, that was my last thing, I would go check the front door and make sure it was locked. And I would do it in the dark. I had already turned out all the lights, was ready to lay down. And so I walked out of the bedroom, went to the front door and checked it. Everything was, didn't turn on the lights to do it. There was outside lights. So it gave me enough of light I could see not to run into furniture or anything. But our bedroom was dark because, like I said many times, I used to, during the summertime, I put aluminum foil over my windows to help reflect the heat and keep it out, to help, keep the house cool during the summertime. So both of my windows in the bedroom had aluminum foil over them. And so from walking out of the living room into the bedroom, because the front door had a window and the outside light shone in, there was light in there. So when I walked directly into my bedroom, for the first few seconds it was dark. I couldn't see, how your eyes gets adjusted. So this one night, I went on about my nightly routine. Hubby was in the bed and I put the kids to bed, and so all the lights is out and I go check the front door. So here I am walking back to go to bed, to the bedroom to go to bed. And just as I enter inside the bedroom door, and mind you, I can't see because, the adjusting from the light in the living room to the total darkness in the bedroom, it took my eyes a little while. So I walk through the threshold of the door, and I feel something across my neck just slide across my neck. It scared me to death. I was not expecting it. I didn't know what it was. It scared me totally to death. And I was so scared that all I could do was, I couldn't even just scream out because I was so scared. And about the time I did that, my husband says, I'm sorry, it's just me, I'm sorry. And I'm just shaking. I am totally shaken. I'm just shaken. It scared me so bad. And he's apologizing and he's hugging me and I'm crying at this time. I'm just totally terrified. But what is funny now, but at the time, it took me several hours to calm down. I'm telling you, it scared me that bad. Because here you walk into this dark room and all of a sudden you just feel something brush your neck and you're not expecting it. There's not supposed to be anything there, you know. But hubby starts apologizing and hugging me and trying to get me calmed down. And he said, what happened was I thought, I'm going to scare her when she walks in. I'm going to stick my hand out and grab her around the neck and scare her when she walks through the door. He said, and then I thought, no, I better not do that. That's not a good idea. He said, but I didn't think about it quick enough, and you walked through my hand as I was moving it, as I had decided I wasn't going to do it, and therefore his fingers just brushed my neck. Oh my goodness, it was awful. It totally terrified me. And it took me several hours. When he tells it, he says, I thought I was going to have to take her to the emergency room. Seriously, it scared me that bad. I was crying. I was hysterical for a little while. Needless to say, guys, I don't go walk through a room with the lights out anymore. I don't. I used to not be afraid of the dark. Like I said, I used to walk through my house at night checking the doors and things without turning on lights. I don't do that anymore. I know, he told me it was him. I know it was him. But that was traumatizing to me. To walk into that and feel that across my neck in darkness where I can't see. Oh my goodness. Especially me just coming from checking a door. I mean, I know I had just walked through there and there was nothing there, but still, it was traumatizing. It traumatized me. And to this day, I cannot stand darkness. Like when it's bad weather, the people at church, back when I was able to go to church often, every time the doors was open, just about it, when we have bad weather here, we have power outages. And the people at church, whenever we would go to church and it would be bad weather, a lot of them would bring flashlights. And they'd say, because we got to turn it on for Sister Buckley if the lights goes out. That's what they call me, Sister Buckley. And time and time again, the way they knew that is time and time again, whenever the lights would go out, because we've had power outages quite a few times when we'd be in the middle of church, it'd be in bad weather and all, and when the lights would go out, it's like I can't breathe, and I do it without even thinking, but when the lights go out, I immediately go, because it's like, and then it's like a heaviness, like I can't breathe if I can't see. If I can see like an outside light or a little, flicker of light somewhere, I'm okay. But if it's pitch dark, I can't handle it. And, if the power goes out, then there's no outside lights. And if it's storming, there's no moon, so there's no light to shine in anywhere. So, you're sitting in pitch black, and I can't handle that. Oh my goodness. And that had happened so many times that the church people learn how I do and react to darkness, that they would always make sure they had a flashlight. if it was bad weather when they come to church, if it was raining or anything. So if the lights went out, they could turn the light on for me. I thought that was so sweet of them. But it's kind of a funny tale, uh, about how scared I got, how it affected me. And guys, can you just imagine standing in pitch black and just something rubs lightly across your neck? Oh my goodness. Just me doing that now brings back the memory of how I felt that night. Oh my goodness. It's funny now, but I promise you it wasn't funny then. But needless to say, this old girl doesn't like the darkness. Oh my goodness. I have prayed before, and it's still in the back of my mind, even though I might not say a verbal prayer. But I hope and pray I never go blind. Because I just don't know. I just don't know. To not be able to see anything would be horrible. I know it's horrible for anybody. I know it is. But it's just, I just pray, Lord, please don't let me lose my eyesight. Because I just don't know if I can handle it. Alright guys, I've made this video long. It's almost an hour. But like I've said many times, watch it in segments. If you can't watch it all at one time. Or if you've been busy and you're needing a rest, grab you some cold bubbly water like I have, or a glass of iced tea, or a cup of coffee, or whatever you like to drink. Sit back and relax, and let that be your rest time while you're watching my video. But anyway, guys, I'm gonna go. I don't want it to hit an hour, even if it's 59 minutes. I don't want it to hit an hour, okay? So I'm going to go. I hope you all have a great rest of your day. I hope you've enjoyed this Rocking with Becca video, and my little scary tale of what happened, what scared me to death. And anyway, I'm going to go. You all have a great day. I love y'all, and I'll talk with you later. Bye.